Hey, I don't have long before my phone runs out of memory, so I'm going to say this as quick as I can. Today's video is going to be a lot of us just showing the stuff we bought over the weekend. Dad and I spent the 4th of July listing stuff on eBay. We got, I don't know, 40 something lots listed that day, and we'll go over what we sold over the weekend. And we'll show you some of the stuff I bought 2 weekends ago at an auction, and the stuff Dad and I found at an auction or at yard sales and thrift stores this past weekend. Yeah, the video is not going to be very long today, hopefully. I'm sorry we're not getting them out every day. We really don't have much to show, and with it being so hot right now, we're trying to spend as little time in the storage building as possible, get some pictures and go home and get in the AC. Hey everybody, we're back at the storage building. We sold some stuff over the weekend. We're going to show you real quick, and then it's been a while since we did our last video. Since then, I've bought some stuff at an auction, and Dad and I both went to we both went yard selling Saturday. And we both got a little bit of stuff.
Not very much.
Not much. There was nothing out there, and if it was out there, it was priced way up there. But, we'll show you that too, and a few freebies we got from a house we cleaned out from my work. Dad and Mom cleaned it up so we could sell the real estate, and we got a few freebies out of the house too. Alright, our first sale was this Flintstones lunchbox. It's got a little rust to it, but it's in pretty good shape. It's Aladdin. Come on. Missing the thermos. It was actually a freebie from that house I was talking about earlier that we cleaned out. So we got it for free and sold it for
$14.99.
$14.99
plus shipping.
Next up was this little action figure. I don't remember what his name was, but it's a knockoff of the He-Man Master of the Universe, Defenders of the Planet Zara-Doom. We bought him in a big lot that cost $25 and sold him separate, and he sold for $8.99 plus shipping. And then last but not least was this decanter, Jim Beam, Rocky Marciano. It's a ugly little thing, but we paid $7.50 for it and sold it for $24.95. So yeah, we had a decent weekend, or decent for us, just getting back on our feet anyways.
Alright, this is a few things that I picked up Saturday at, I picked these two up at a yard sale. I don't know how good they'll do, but I had asked the guy about them, and he'd take $1 a piece for them, so I got those. Everything's in them. As far as I can tell, they got the tapes, and of course these are VHS. This one here's got the cassette tapes in it with a VHS. Got the book and everything in it though. I looked this one up, the one on golf. I looked it up and I seen where it was bringing. I can't get that close. So I seen where it has sold for like $18 to $20, some of them. But I picked those up for $1. Got these shoes at a thrift store. They're brand new shoes, never been worn. They were marked $6, but they had half price day at the thrift store, so I got them for $3. Got this little play school toy. Picked it up at the thrift store. It was marked $2. I got it for $1. I got this Fisher-Price airplane. Got it at the thrift store also. It was marked $2, and I got it for $1. And then I got this, and I'm not sure what that is, some kind of track. I can't find a name on it or anything. I thought it might be worth something. I don't know. Probably not, but it was marked $3. I got it for $1.50. Not sure exactly what it is.
Alright, so now I'm going to show you what I got at the yard sales the other day. I went to a couple of estate sales, about a dozen yard sales, and a couple moving sales too, and this is all I ended up with. I found these 4 Bibles. They're all in new condition at a moving sale, and the guy, Bonnie Honeycutt, Garage Flips, he sells Bibles all the time, so I figured I'd give it a try. I paid $2 a piece. And then at a different yard sale, I got these 2 books, but I got them for me to read someday, maybe. I never get around to reading, but yeah, that's all I ended up with after being out all morning, driving over 200 miles to all these different yard sales, and came home with very little. Alright, now real quick I'm going to show you all the stuff I got at the auction the other day. I worked the auction, so I got paid, and then I spent my paycheck plus some at this auction, and I found out a few things just now that makes me mad about something I bought, so I'll go into detail on that in a minute. But first up, I got all these vintage lunch boxes. A couple of them have thermoses, but most of them don't. And they all need cleaned up. Let's see, we got Roger Rabbit, Batman, 101 Dalmatians, My Little Pony, Ninja Turtles, Strawberry Shortcake, Heathcliff, 2 Pac-Mans, and the Muppets, and Kermit Frog. And then this Blink one that got thrown in somehow. Up next I got 4 Nylant trucks. They're in rough condition. I think I only gave $5 for them. And I didn't really want them. I just bid on them to get the thing going, and nobody bid against me. Alright, up next I got this Lance jar with lid. I paid a little high on this. I raised my hand at I think $30, and they didn't count my hand until it got to $60, but oh well. Paw, I can't see you, you're just a shadow. Paw used to work at Lance, didn't he, or something like that?
Yeah, my dad worked at Lance for 28 years, I think it was. I've got about what, 4, 5, 6 of those jars at home.
Yeah.
That I've saved. I've sold several of them, but I just decided to save the rest of them.
So yeah, I bought that one mainly for Dad. We may sell it, we may keep it. Then we got this Coca-Cola crate with a bunch of old bottles in it. I think I only gave $5 for it. I have to look to make sure, but. And we got a Coca-Cola telephone. I think I only gave. Shoot, I don't remember. I'll just tell you the total I spent at the auction, and we'll go from there. I got some more little cars and trucks. I don't know if there's any value in any of these. That's a Snoopy. Or Peanuts, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we'll check those out. Next, one of the last little things I bought was this tote milk crate full of G.I. Joe figurines. And it came with this, which I don't believe goes with it. But we'll check out and see if we can figure out what it goes to. But it's got all kinds of little bitty G.I. Joes. Mass unit. Action figure. Got some Transformers. The real reason I bought it was for this guy, Skeletor. I got some He-Man figurines the other day and I thought that would go well together. But there's all kinds of stuff in here that we're going to part out and try to make some money on. I believe I only gave $5 for this lot. Why are you way back there again? As you can see, it is very humid today. I'm burning up and
yes,
old guy's wearing 2 shirts. The only other little thing we got at the auction the other day was a Sega Genesis, and it came with several games. I bought it so we could test out those games I bought at the yard sale the other day. I plugged it up and couldn't get it to work, so I'm going to wait and see if somebody else who knows how to play video games can figure it out. Brother-in-law or nephew or somebody. Alright, and we got one big thing, or I got one big thing at that auction. Let me show you that real quick. Alright, I bought this curio cabinet, or a china cabinet, whatever you want to call it, at the auction. It's a nice curved front. Yeah. I gave $175 for this. And when I went inside to get it, I realized that I didn't notice this hole in the glass. Big old chunk fell out. But I figured, oh well, it's not that bad. Somebody will buy it anyways. And then just now I went to shut the door on this thing and realized that front piece on the door is just plexiglass. Piece of plastic somebody fit in there. It looks good. You wouldn't be able to tell unless you pushed on it. But
you can see it there.
Yeah. So I'm not going to get as much out of it as I thought I would, but we'll see what we can do with it. Alright. So while I was at the auction working, I got Dad a job cleaning out this house so that we could take pictures of it and get it online and sell it. And
he did not tell me the full details of this house. It was absolutely nasty.
It was pretty disgusting. They had cats, and did cat stuff everywhere.
And carpet, cat hair everywhere.
It was
terrible.
He didn't see how bad it was before I turned it over to him. We cleared out a whole bunch of trash before you got there.
Yeah, that was a full, one of those probably, what, 20-foot dumpster?
Yeah, no, it was a 30-yard dumpster.
30-yard dumpster. It was bad. I just put it that way. It was bad.
But
we did get to salvage a few things out of it.
Yeah, we got a few freebies out of it.
Not a lot.
No. Other than what I'm about to show you, the only other thing I can think of that we took out of that house, well, no, there's multiple things. We got a door that we're going to try to sell on Facebook. There was a street sign, which is actually illegal for us to have, but don't tell the cops. We'll either hang it up in our shop or turn it over to the cops, something, I don't know. There's an old pogo stick that somebody actually bought, but they didn't show up to pick up, so we took it home.
Vintage pogo stick.
Yeah.
Crutches.
Some crutches. There was an old quilt rack. They're still out in the shop at home.
Table leg. A bunch of lumber.
Yeah. This guy from, how far away is that? 2 or 3 hours? No, it's been like 5 hours. He's 5 hours away, I think. And he bought a load of lumber, and it was a load. He came and made 2 trips and filled up his trailer twice. And when he left the second time, he said, anybody wants that, they can have it. There wasn't a whole lot of good stuff in it, but we got what we could salvage out of it, and Dad can either use it or we can sell it. And some DVDs and VHS tapes. There were some of those in there, and I got them at home. We watched one last night, actually, Pure Country. with Georgia State, King of Country. Okay, and what's on this table is the last thing, and we're gonna go. My phone's about to die. First up is this vintage pillowcase ensemble, whatever. It's still new in box. Got the plastic wrap all over it. I don't know how old it is, but it looks old. And then there's this Indian bead craft kit. It's new in box with a plastic wrap still on it. I don't see a date on it. We got this 3D Lord's Supper wall hanging. We'll try to sell it in one of our Facebook auctions. We got some cutting boards and got this turkey platter, an old crackers can, some jar, Jesus figurine, some old Christmas cookie cutters, and just a little bit of odds and ends that was in the house. I don't think these people had bought anything since the 70s. It's all old stuff, but it was all free, so we'll see what we can make off of it. We burning up, and I have to go back to work to lock a gate that the keypad's not working on anymore, so we'll call it a night.
That's going to be it. We'll try to catch you next time.
Y'all have a good night. God bless.